I've got a question, Tanya. Excuse me, Louis. Were you
Yes.
done?
Yes, I am, Dick. No, thank you.
Yeah, there's discussions about valuations that you brought up here. How often do you go in to a business and undervaluate the business, do you think? I mean, you may never undervalue it yourself, but is that, you know, owners want more than you're asking for a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
And you have to break it to them with some of the terminologies you just used and the reasoning. But uh, is there a danger of undervaluing a business?
Well, okay, so you have Business Reference Guide, which you can look at rules of thumb, and I call Business Reference Guide kind of a sanity check because I go through and do valuation but the other sanity check is your financing. So, you have, like, I have a spreadsheet model that I'll throw in. Okay, I determined that my SDE is, let's say on a small business, maybe the SDE is 185,000 or 120,000. And the seller wants, for 120,000 of SDE, and the seller wants, let's say the seller wants 550. Well, I can tell you right now that's not going to work because any buyer is probably going to want an SBA loan, and the loan payments at today's interest rates are not going to be able to cover that. You can't cover the debt service. If all you have is 120,000 SDE, you can't cover the debt service. So there are different ways of getting to what is the highest dollar value I can market this business for that will support the debt service on this. But in general, no. I mean, most of the time the business owners want more than what the true business value is. And there are occasions you run into where they want less. I mean, I had one guy tell me years ago, he wanted 2.5 million for his business. But when I did the valuation, we ended up listing it for 3.5 million and got him 3.4. So, it's always a good idea to ask them if there's a number they have in mind so you know what their target is. But I don't use that. If their target is way out of line with what the market will bear, then you're just spinning the wheels trying to, you're better off telling them, hey, here's some things you can do to build your business value to reach your target. Then I'll check back with you in 6 or 8 months or a year. Because otherwise you're just marketing something that's not going to sell. There are occasions when you have like some kind of unique, you have your one-off things where like you hear about your publicly traded companies like Coca-Cola going in and buying some kind of beverage company for, a 36 times earnings or some ridiculous multiple. And so, if you're in those situations, if you were trying to value the company, you could get yourself into trouble. But that's why so many of the middle market companies go to market without a price, because you don't want to put a cap on it when you're dealing with, the private equity firms and publicly held companies and all of that. That's a different type of sale than what we're talking about in terms of, small business, Main Street, or $2 or $3 million deals that are going to be financed using SBA. I mean, the lenders are going to dictate largely, what the maximum loan value is that they're willing to put down on something, or that they're willing to underwrite.